Good morning. Get your coffee. Yes, because it's going down. Hey. 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 It's going down. Get your coffee. Get your little bagel, little egg and cheese. Get your little waffle. Get your little pancake, a little sausage on the side. Yes. I'm about to fix me a nice iced coffee. You know how I'm about to give it up, baby. Hey. As you come in the chat, please like, share, and subscribe. Yes. Happy Sunday. Yes, we are discussing that court case, baby. Happy Memorial Day weekend, everybody. Yes. Come on. Hey. That girl want her money. Hey. And we gonna talk about it. Hey. We gonna talk about that money. Hey. Yes. Yes. Come on in the chat, everybody. Please hit like, share, subscribe. Let's go. Yes. We gonna get into that money. Yes. Hey. Tasha had that money. Hey. Yeah, we gonna get into it. Yes. What happened? She had that money is what happened. And they found it. Hey, everything I say is alleged because listen, I ain't got time. Yes. We gonna get into that money, Mrs. and Mr. Kibi. Yes. Let's get into that money. Yes. Everybody, please hit like, share, and subscribe. Go get your iced coffee, your hot coffee. It's a rainy weekend in New York City. What's happening? Yes. Hey. Yes. Come on. We getting into this live chat. Yes. Hey. And you know, I gotta work, so this is why my camera is off. I can move around in this workroom, honey, because them orders is going out, baby. If you want to cut from even things, y'all just hit me in the DM, hit me in the comments, and we gonna talk about it. Hey. Yes. Y'all be like, why is she so high, child? Because we've been here before, honey. That's why. We've been here before. Come on now. Why we gonna act like we ain't been here before? We told her. We warned her. We did. I remember when we did it. Yes, dear Lord, we did it. We warned her many, many times. We don't got time to keep warning you. Girl. Listen. We here in the chat. We gonna talk about it on this fine Sunday morning. Hey, hey, hey. Yes, we gonna talk about it, y'all. We talking about it. Please hit like, share, and subscribe. It's 11:11. Hey, we manifesting all things, baby. Only God knows, honey. All the protection in the world, honey, because there's a lot of evilness going on, baby. And we gonna talk about it. Yes. Get your coffee. Get that iced coffee. Nice. Hey. 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 Please come in the live. Please hit like, share, and subscribe, honey. Let me tell y'all something. That lady want her money. Tasha, stop playing with her. She from the Bronx like me. We want our money. Let's get into it. Yes, honey, let me tell y'all something. That lady want her money, y'all. Y'all, that lady want her money. She just want her money. It ain't a game. She just want her money. I don't understand what the problem is. But no, Tasha, cause we gonna talk about it, y'all. We here to talk about it. We gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it, y'all. Because I'm trying to figure out why old girl thought Cardi B was playing. I don't understand why her thought that though. You know what it is though? You know what it is? I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. What it is. I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. Good morning. Good morning. Take y'all sip of coffee, sit back, relax, because we gonna get into some things because we've been here before with TK, okay? And now she dragged her husband into it. See, this is what happened when you're married, right? And you're married to the talent, and the talent goes mayhem. Yeah, because Tasha K, something is wrong. That's why I labeled it what's wrong, what's happening. Like, do people need to step in? Like, what is going on with Tasha K, y'all? What is happening, y'all? I just want to know. I just want to know. I just want to know what's going on. Because my thing is with Tasha, right? Here's my thing. Before there was a Cardi B, right? Let me just give y'all a little background and what I'm talking about. And and I'm gonna be real with you. She could have got sued from the story that I'm about to tell y'all about. See. I've been here. I'm old school YouTube. I was around when she was fighting with Lioness of Judas. Yes, I was here for it. I'm gonna tell y'all all about it because my thing is with TK. Right? Here's my thing with TK. I remember she was going back and forth with Lioness of Judas because Lioness of Judas had did a 24-hour sleepover on YouTube. Child, it was something to talk about. Child, it was something. And the topic was TK. And TK was picking on another YouTuber and talked about the YouTuber's kid and all of the things. So she called herself Doxing Lioness of Judas, right? This I say she calls herself doxing Lioness of Judas. Come to find out, her didn't dox Lioness of Judas. Her doxed a whole nother lady in a whole nother town that had the same similarity names as Lioness of Judas, but it wasn't her though, y'all. It was a regular lady that did not be on YouTube, that was not about YouTube and all of the things, that was crying every day because people was going over there and harassing her and all of the things because Tasha K, told the people them allegedly to go over there and cause confusion in the lady's life. And the lady was crying and she was saying, that's not me, that's not me. And Lioness of Judas was like, that's not her. That's not me. You doxed the wrong person. Tasha K thought Lioness of Judas was playing. Come to find out, in real time, she doxed the wrong damn person. Now that lady could have came out, and that lady could have sued Tasha K. And I said it. See, if y'all going, I'm going to start putting all my TK videos in one category for y'all can really, because I was in the building. Here's the thing. That lady could have sued Tasha K back then, over 5 years ago. She could have sued her then, y'all. But see, now here we go. We're going to fast forward now. Now we here with Cardi B. I remember when Tasha K said in the live, I can wipe my ass with cease and desist. Now, why would you say such a thing like that on this lovely internet? Why would you do such a thing? Why would you wipe your ass with an important document like a cease and desist and thought that that young lady from the Bronx was playing with you? Well, I guess she showed you. I guess she showed her. I guess she showed her, y'all. She showed her that she wasn't playing with her, y'all. She showed her she wasn't playing with her. She wasn't playing with her. Now I'm going to drag your man into it. Because, see, that whole little trip around Africa that Tasha was doing and talking about hiding the money allegedly and, oh, I don't have the money. Oh, I have the money. Oh, I'm a. Here's the thing. All Cardi B asked in the beginning is for Tasha K to take the videos down where she's talking about her. All Tasha K had to do was take the videos down. No, not TK. Being an older YouTuber and know the ins and outs of the game, as she say she do, you would have thought she would have just, I'm sorry for. She didn't even have to say sorry. All Cardi B wanted her to do was take down the videos. And she couldn't even do that. She couldn't even do that. Why? Why you couldn't do that? We sat on this internet and we looked at your backup channel and we watched you cry about this lawsuit. Because my thing is, we didn't have to be here. You didn't have to go to court. Your channel wouldn't be in jeopardy right now. Your bank accounts wouldn't be in jeopardy. Your homes wouldn't be in jeopardy. Your husband wouldn't be in jeopardy. Yeah, because you forget Tasha K. Your husband not from here, Tasha K. Oh, you forgot? You forgot he was from over there, over there, over there? Him, not from here. Him from Africa. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something about Africa. When you marry outside of the culture, right? And then this is all alleged. These are all the things I've watched about their culture, which is a beautiful culture. Not saying nothing bad about their culture because I love them. We transcended from them. I'm West Indian, so I know I've studied backgrounds and heritages and family and things of that nature. And when you don't marry from that tribe and you go outside to marry, these are the things that they're worried about. These are the things that they're worried about. And Mr. Kibi comes from Africa, which is Tasha K's husband. He married outside of the culture, outside of his heritage, outside of the goddamn it country. And now look at all the turmoil that he is in. And I'm going to tell you this. You know they back home talking about this. Oh, Lord, you know what such and such? You know they back home talking about it. Oh, they talking about it, Tasha. Oh, they talking about y'all bad. If you think us Americans and America is talking about y'all on this internet, back home, they are on his line giving him grief about you. Because now, here's the thing. Now that he's intertwined with you, and y'all have, what, 3 kids together? And y'all are married, and y'all have joint unions, and money, and bank accounts, and all of the things. Now they're going after him. So they like to send money back and forth to their countries, take care of their families over there. At one point, the youngest son of Tasha K was staying over there in Africa and learning and doing all of the things. Remember that? So they automatically take care of their country, take care of their people. They send money, naira. Yeah, I know the lingo. Back and forth to their country. And they take care of their people. Now, how is he going to take care of his people, Tasha K, if the money is tied up in said lawsuit with Cardi B? Because, see, here's the thing. And this is another thing. They calling him weak over there. I'm going to tell you why I know. because you watch all of these things. The man is supposed to be the man in the relationship, which means he's the end all be all in that household. He is the ruler of his household. He tells you what's going on and the things of that nature. But no, not Mr. Kibi. He not looking like a ruler of his household. He not looking like a real king in his castle, because his castle is crumbling, because he don't marry the Americanized girl. He don't went out his culture. Now it's ruining everything that he had going on before you and when he got with you. Yes, y'all built a business together. Y'all built her YouTube channel. He is behind the scenes and behind the woman of the Unwind with Tasha K. And y'all built this entity together. And that's cool and all of that. And Kibi Studios and all of the things of that nature. But now, because of the lawsuit, now they coming after him, Tasha. All because you couldn't just take the videos down. That's all you had to do in the beginning. That's all you had to do was take those videos down that she was asking you to take down. And we're talking about Cardi B. That's all you had to do. But no, you couldn't listen because you so big-headed and you thought she didn't have the gall to sue you and the gall to keep going after you and the gall to do what she did. So now you owe over 400 million, 400, let me get the number right, you owe over $4 million. You have to pay Cardi B over $4 million, attorney fees, and all of the things. Because you couldn't take the videos down. So now your household, you put your household and your husband's business in jeopardy because you couldn't take down the videos. Not you coming from old school YouTube. Not you, Tasha K. Not the over 1 million views, Tasha K, right? No, not you. No. You got the nerve to come to the internet and cry about it now? No, let's go to her crying. I want y'all to see her cry. I want y'all to see her cry. No, I want y'all to see it. Let's go. We're going to go watch her cry.
But I hit her today. She getting paid. I see the misreports about the bankruptcy and stuff like that, and that's fine because I'm not here to defend that. When people say, oh, I'm not going to be able to escape the debt, that's not why I filed bankruptcy. I filed bankruptcy to protect my business. It's something that I can't escape and I have to eat, and I'm eating it. And when I hit her today, and I'm going to read to you verbatim what I said. I said, hey, Cardi, if you put a bullet in your head, who is gonna teach me to be a better person? I said, please stop posting stuff like this. I'm gonna pay you. I said, FYI, I just can't afford the $4 million. I know the brand looks like I have $4 million. We do a very good job at that. I just can't afford the $4 million. I don't have it. I know I look like I got it, but I don't have it. I said, Cardi, I love you. That was the hardest thing for me to say to her. But I hit her.
Here's my thing. If you know you don't have the $4 million, right? You knew you didn't have it when she told you to take the videos down. And we didn't even know that she was suing for $4 million at the time. If you know you didn't have the money to get sued, you didn't know what number she was going to ask for when she was threatening to sue you. If you knew you did not have it, right, then, because this video is a couple of years old now. If you knew you didn't have it, why the fuck you just didn't take the videos down? Do you see what I'm saying, y'all? Do you see what I'm saying? If she knew she did not have the videos, then why would you keep going on with a lawsuit? Why would you keep messing with that big machine over there? Yeah, Cardi B is a little short, but the backing, the money. She has it. You don't. It looked like you got it. You got 1,000,000 views. You got the whole. You advertising people's businesses, and we gonna talk about that because you know I'm all about business because that's a whole nother entity. We gonna get on it though. But you sitting up there knowing darn well that you didn't have that money. All you had to do before you even got to court, before we reached this point right here, this point of you crying, this point right here. Why you just couldn't take the videos down? Because you thought you was bigger than the program. You thought you was bigger than the machine. You thought she would never do that to me. I'm Tasha K. I'm the big blogger. I'm the bully. She's not gonna take me to court. You are a fool. And now you here crying? What are you crying about? What are you crying about? You did it to yourself. And this was just the tip of the iceberg right here. This was a video that was old. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Oh no, we're gonna get into some more videos because I'm trying to figure out why would you do that to yourself? Why would you put your livelihood, this is your livelihood, your family, your husband, your money, your house, your home into jeopardy like this? That's why I say people on the internet, like, what is wrong with Tasha K? Is she mental? Is she stable? Is everything okay? Everything's not okay. Something is terribly wrong. Something, because she can't comprehend. And I like Tasha K. I watches her. But this is how I know you can't comprehend this court case. You can't comprehend it. Because you should have never been in it to comprehend it. When all you have to do is take down the videos that Cardi B was asking you to take down, beloved. But no, not you, Tasha K. So now we here, years later, after the lawsuit, after you don't got found guilty, and after she don't put the whole court fees on you and the $4 million on you. She asks you to not talk about her no more. And with a $4 million lawsuit, you don't have to ask me to not talk about you, beloved. I'm just automatically not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. But with her, she had to ask you to not talk about her. Because the way you do things over there is not a good thing. It's not good. So she asked you to not talk about her. But no, not you. You kept going and kept going and kept going even after the lawsuit. Now you still building your brand. You still building everything. But you found the way to keep talking about this young lady and her baby fathers and her issues and all of the things. Why? Why do you keep doing that? After the lawsuit, you still found why you keep doing it. Why do you keep push? You keep pushing. Why do you keep doing that? Because it brings views. It's clicky click time every day for you. It's clicky click time. I got the views, I got the numbers, I'm making the money. She ain't taking my YouTube, and you should be happy she didn't take your YouTube channel. Because, baby, that would have been embedded in the lawsuit. But, wait a minute. But Tasha K, you ain't think Cardi B was going to spin the block after the lawsuit. You ain't think that? Well, guess what? She don't spin the block. Let's go and see how she don't spin the block on you. Let's go and see how she has spent the block on old Tasha K. Let's go here. Shout out to Coffee Unfiltered. That's my girl. This is Tasha K laughing because she think everything's a joke.
She lost to Cardi B again, and she says that she's now being sanctioned and fined. She also said that she can no longer talk about anyone connected to Cardi B, so I'm guessing that's including Stefan Diggs, Offset, pretty much everyone. So this is coming directly from Tasha K, because you all know Cardi B recently took Tasha K back to court, accusing her of violating their agreement by continuing to speak on Cardi B's personal life. So Cardi B and her team has been asking the court for sanctions, so it seemed as though it went in their favor. Now, Tasha K did seem like she was in a good mood, which is good, especially with a situation like this. At least she's not sitting around, going crazy over it. Let's get into what she had to say.
In court, man.
Pause. Coffee City. You don't watch Tasha K. I love you. But you been out here in the field. But I watched this live personally. I was in the chat for this live that Tasha K did. And I can tell when people are genuinely laughing and when people have a trouble laugh. And this screams, this laughter that she's having, she has to put on a face for y'all. She has to seem like she's unbothered. This is her playing like she's unbothered. But if you really look into it and you really look at it, you can tell that she is very much bothered. 4 million won't have anybody unbothered, especially when you don't have the 4 million. Especially when you don't have the 4 million. Now you are gagged and you can't even talk about one of the biggest rappers right now that's out. You can't talk about her. So when we watch this, I want y'all to see how bothered Tasha K really is. Let's get into it. Look, the fake laugh.
God, he's a good bankruptcy attorney, I promise. But I was like, Chad, listen to me. You don't know what you up against, bro.
She chatting with her lawyer. Chad is the lawyer, right? The lawyer don't even got fined in court, okay? The lawyer. How you get your lawyer fined in court? How? Your lawyer is calling you troubled. He's calling you troubled. You're going to hear her talk about it. He called her troubled and told her, Tasha, listen, we don't got fined. Me and you together. Me and you. You such a bad client. You got on this internet and laughed about it. I know Chad is hot. I know he's hot. Like, I don't even want to be your lawyer no more. Allegedly, I heard he's not. Because it's like, are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? You got on this internet. Once Chad called you and told you everything that was going on, you got on this internet and started laughing. You thought everything was funny. You thought everything with Chad was funny. He telling you how he got fined as a lawyer for being your fucking lawyer, and you got on this internet and you laughed at that? You thought that was funny? Let's keep going.
Listen, nothing. Chad came out of court today for 3 hours and got his ass towed out the front. And I'm just looking at him. He's like, man. I said, what happened, Chase? You got fined. I said, who got fined? You did. I was like, God. Then he said, we did. I said, wait a minute, we. Hold up. We both got fined. He said, yeah, I got to pay 10% of your attorney fees. I said, what? Apparently, it was a shit show today.
Apparently, why do you think that that's funny? Why do you think that's funny? Apparently, it was a shit show today in court. Everything is not for good content, Tasha. This was not a good segment. I watched this whole live. This part right here was not a good segment. This is not Tasha K in a good mood. Please recognize the moods. This is not Tasha K in no good mood. This is Tasha K putting on a front, putting on a face. He is putting on for the show, okay? Tasha K is upset, okay? Like, are you serious? This is so bad that your lawyer got fined? And you think it's okay to come to the YouTube streets with that piece of information and laugh about it and show teeth? I know you lying.
In court. Nobody was prepared. It is what it is. Okay, as a chat, listen, I'm used to losing. Okay? I'm used.
What? I'm used to losing. Does that sound normal to y'all? Let me tell you something. I'm not used to you losing a damn thing. I'm used to doing and getting what I need. I'm used to winning. So when I lose, I feel some type of way. I cry. I don't laugh. It's not funny. I live and I learn from the situation. But see, Tasha ain't learned nothing. Tasha ain't learned nothing. She figure I'ma come to my channel and I'ma spill my own tea. I'ma spill my own tea because if I spill it and laugh at it when the other bloggers come on here and they spill it, I won't have to be mad about it. I won't look a certain type of way because I already spilled my own tea to my own audience. Well, here's the real gag, honey. You sitting up there with that fake laugh and that fake grin and that fake everything, and you think that that's okay to laugh at your lawyer while he's telling you that we lost in court and I have to pay your fines and attorney's fees and this and that and the third? Are you crazy, lady? Something is seriously wrong. And I think your husband should get a therapist. And I ain't talking about Dr. Cheyenne. You know, I told y'all it's Happy Sunday. I told y'all to grab y'all snacks. I told y'all that I'm going to tell y'all how I feel. And we all know Dr. Cheyenne ain't Dr. Cheyenne. As you come into the room, please hit like, share, and subscribe because this live is going to be funny. Because my thing is with Tasha, I sat in this live and I watched her in real time. And I said to myself, I said, it's nothing funny about what she's saying. And I know if your lawyer is watching the live that went to court for you that day, I know he feels some type of way. Like, I know this bitch ain't up here laughing. I know I know her not laughing. She laughing at what I had to go through in court. Your lawyer is probably not used to losing, Tasha. But ever since he picked you up, he been losing at every turn because you are. Let me tell you something. Tasha K is the worst client to have. She's one of those clients you tell her not to. Oh, don't do that because that's going to make our case worse. She goes and she does it. So now when you get up in front of the court, when you, as the attorney, get up in front of the court like Shad did, you get embarrassed. You get fines. You got to pay the court. You got to go through all of the things. You get defeated in court because you're not in court, Tasha. He had to call you, which means you wasn't there. That is embarrassing. And I don't think she gets it because all the court cases, all the courts, she don't have to go to every court date. As long as her lawyer shows up, she don't have to go to court. She don't have to face nobody. And that's her problem.
I'm used to losing, but I always overcome, okay? What's the solution, brother? Dude, what did Judge say? Judge said you can't talk about people. You can't talk about them. You can't do that. Take it down. Okay? And even my content was on it. My logo was on it. Take it down. I said, okay, Chad, I'll take it down. I'll take it down. No problem. How much we owe? I don't know. We owe on Monday. But just the order's going to go in. I was like, oh, my God. Oh, I feel sorry for him.
How you feel? You should feel sorry for you. You got your own lawyers into this. And I understand that lawyers look for clout and things of that nature. Notice how Chad logo I ain't seen a Chad commercial since. You know why? Because Chad does not want to be linked to you. You embarrassing him. He have to show up for you in court and you're an embarrassment. And the crazy thing about this YouTube, this whole thing, you know what's funny? By her doing this live in this segment part of her live, she's still talking about Cardi B. We still know that she's talking about Cardi B. Because if you're talking about your court case, then you're talking about Cardi B. Stupid. Why is she not understanding that? What, am I right or wrong, chat? Whoever's in the chat, do y'all agree or disagree? If she's talking about her case with Cardi B, the way she's talking about her case, is she or is she not talking about Cardi B? But the only thing is, she's indirectly talking about Cardi B by not saying her name. That don't mean you're not talking about her. Which means you really should not be up here talking about the case, period. Chat, I'm gonna need y'all to talk to me. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out, y'all. Because I'm not understanding why she's not grasping it. Why is she not comprehending, even with doing this part of the segment, that it was wrong? I don't get it. I don't get it. And then she's sitting in her chair and with the bright lights. I think the bright lights has clogged her brain a little bit. I don't know, y'all. Let's keep going because she crazy.
In the nature of the business that I'm in, I do get a lot of bad, and I also get an exceptional amount of good. Okay. So yes, if you hear, we lost.
If you hear, we lost.
We lost. We lost the war. We lost the war. But you know what I have? My dignity.
But yeah, this is crazy. That's what
Yeah,
Tasha
it
K
is
had to
Coffee
say.
City. Yeah, it is. It's crazy, Coffee City. Shout out to Coffee City. You know, I love Coffee City. But Tasha K is crazy. It is, like you said, Coffee City. I agree. This is crazy. And for her to sit up there and be thinking that that's okay. Like, you got your lawyer got fined in court over your court case. Because you still want to, hey, everybody in the chat, because you still want to sit back and talk about Cardi B? It's other people in the world, Tasha K. You do interviews and all of that. You don't want to talk about somebody else. You still want to talk about the person that you are in a lawsuit with that you didn't even give them their money yet? Tasha K, you should be on a tour. Because, you know, she does shows and things of that nature. She should be doing set it up. Because you need it. Girl, sell the tickets as fast as possible before you can get that lady her money. Stop trying to hide the money. Go get the full breakdown of what you owe and start paying in payments. Because here's the thing. You make the money to pay that young lady. You just don't want to pay it, son. You just don't want to pay it. And that's the problem. You make enough money to pay that girl. But you just don't want to pay that girl. So let's get into some more things because it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. Please hit like, share, and subscribe. Tasha K is crazy. Tasha K is crazy. Tasha K is crazy. And we are here to talk about it. Let's go to this one right here. I think this is the one right here. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her.
Boys out there, he had KJ's baby Calm. That baby's name is Calm. He had the chain on. Mm-hmm.
Why is she talking about?
Yeah. He had the Calm ring on. He had KJ sitting cute. Had Pre at the game, the pregame, the practice with the mom and the brothers, and you know Pre, she got a long history. I know Pre personally. Let me tell you something. I'm about to drop some exclusive information.
Look.
So I don't think y'all know. Only the winos know that Pre is kind of my cousin.
Kinda her cousin.
Pre is kind of my cousin. I say that because her baby is my cousin. Bree has a baby with my cousin.
Oh.
Yeah, we attend family events together. She's there. I see her. Hi, girl. How was on? So, and so much so that Bree called my cousin to say, "Hey, cuz, can you please leave her alone?" She asking me to leave her alone. She thinking I'm telling her business. I don't even mess with her like that. I just want access to my baby. You know, I'm a good daddy. I don't be wanting this drama. I don't be paying attention to her. But please, cuz, can you lay up off of her? She thinking it's me. I said, baby, it's not you. It's her. Pre's team sent me them photos. She wanted.
If your cousin, now here's the thing. Y'all heard what she said, right? If your cousin is calling you to tell you to stop talking about his baby's mother, that it's going to get him in the bind with her, and all he wants to do is take care of his child, see his child, and all of the things, why can't you just say, you know what? I'm not going to bring Pri up. She's in her glory. She's in her glory, y'all. She's in her glory. She's happy to talk about these people. Tasha K gets off on the numbers. And as long as the subscribers is there, she feel like she got it. Like, oh, I got it. I'm going to get a bag off this video. That's her problem. She's sitting here. Her cousin told her to stop talking about my baby mother. Stop. Stop talking about her. Here's the thing how Cardi B built this case and how smart Cardi B people is. Cardi B said, I don't want you to talk about me now. I don't want you to talk about Offset. And I don't want you to talk about Stephon Diggs. All right here, she's violating it. Because she's talking about Stephon Diggs. Because she's talking about his kids with his baby mother. See, let me tell you something about Cardi B. Cardi B don't created an umbrella where Tasha K can't touch none of the people under Cardi B's umbrella. That's some smart shit to do. Ain't nobody ever did that. I'm not, you can't talk about him, me, them, they, nobody. Now you can't talk about nobody, bitch. That's how slow Tasha K is. This has, I'm trying to tell you the mentality that she has. She don't care. As long as it's clicky time, she don't care.
Wanted everybody to know that she was on the field. She was with Diggs the entire weekend. She's been there before everybody, and she will be there after. That is his best friend and lover. And I'm not going to tell you what her real job is.
Look.
Yet. I'm going to hold that for another day. But she's been there, and she ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. She the only one ain't messing up his thing out here trying to get pregnant. That's why he love her. He really love KJ though. That's his heart. He take care of KJ. He pay all.
No alleged, no nothing. Now, Pri is supposed to be allegedly, I'm going to say alleged because this is me, Stephon Diggs' best friend. And Pri is supposed to be Tasha K's cousin's baby mother. And the cousin called Tasha K to let Tasha K know, listen, stop talking about my baby's mother. Stop doing that. And you see her still going on, right? Yeah, she's getting off by discussing them. You can tell. I want to say what she's doing, but her doing it. Her doing it. She is having a orgasm right now talking about these people in this video. So my thing is, just because you post something and you delete it, we all know things on this lovely internet is not deleted. Gary, I'm just saying, she is masturbating to this. She is. You can see it in her eyes. You can see it. It's sad. Like, are you crazy? Your cousin had to call you and tell you, and then you got on this internet to let us know that your cousin called you and told you to not do it, and you still kept doing it, and then alleged. Well, she didn't allege. Oh, well, she has another job. I'll tell you about that on another day, because you know that's girl. So what you trying to say? So now you're gonna talk about your cousin baby mama? Is that what? So by any means necessary, your business is your business, and you don't care about your own family members now, because that's what this is saying. I don't care about my family members. I don't care about his baby mother. I'm gonna talk about her, and I'm gonna talk about whatever job she got going on, and whatever she got going on with Stephon Diggs. I'm gonna talk about it. The lady is crazy, y'all. Let's keep going, cause look at the smile. This is her face. This is her face when she getting off on him. This is her face. Oh, the numbers is up. I gotta talk about it, even if I delete it. It's like she be so thirsty to talk about Cardi. She is becoming obsessed with all things Cardi B. And I'm gonna tell you this. Let's put Cardi B in the middle. Cardi B is connected to Offset and Stephon Diggs. Those are her baby fathers. Then we branch out, and then we go being that we're talking about Stephon Diggs right now. Let's branch out, and then we're gonna do the connections to Stephon Diggs. See, what Cardi B created was an umbrella, because all those things you're gonna get back to me in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Yeah, I would have left her. We would have had a divorce long time ago. Because my thing is, it's no way in the world I cannot see an African man in his household telling you, and she said it before. Oh, my husband don't want me to be on this internet like that. So then why you not listening to him, though? Why do you think it's okay for you to keep disobeying your husband? That is your husband. Somebody that you built a family with. That's how you know she's not okay, y'all. She's not comprehending marriage. She's not comprehending livelihood with her family that she helped build with her husband. She don't give it. Or she will burn everything down to talk about Cardi B and that family. She don't care. She do not care. She will burn it all down. I ain't hear not one alleged in this whole video. Not one. We can keep going. Not one.
Pay all her bills. Him and baby calm. That's the first boy. Yeah. So, but too bad that Giz couldn't be the most valuable player tonight. They played awful. I don't know.
This is after the Super Bowl.
But you know who the most valuable player was, in my opinion?
Look.
Do you know who the most valuable player was, in my opinion?
She gonna say Bree.
Stephon Diggs' mama. Stephon Diggs' mama. You know why Stephon Diggs' mama is the most valuable player? Do you know?
Which is Cardi B's son's grandmother, right? So who's connected to Cardi B, right? Who falls underneath the umbrella. If you talk about me and mine, I'm coming after you and yours. I don't understand why she's not understanding. It's making me itch. It's giving me a vibe. It's like when you tell somebody, don't touch that stove. That stove is hot. Don't touch that. Don't do it. It's hot. Don't do it. And then you see her about to attempt to touch it again. Oh, no, don't do that. I told you it's hot. It's hot. Don't touch it. You're going to get burned. If you touch it, you're going to get burned. And then she touches it. She gets burned. Oh, I got burned. She's the child that gets burned by the stove. You put a little cocoa butter, a little Vaseline on it, and then it heals a little bit. It only heals a little bit, and then she goes back because she likes the way it felt. So she goes and she touches it again, and puts her hand in the fire. She's one of those. She's that. She's obsessed. Very sick. Something is wrong. They need a therapist. Don't call Dr. Cheyenne or none of them. No, you need a therapist. You need somebody that's going to sit down with you and really understand why you doing the things that you are doing when it comes to your family. Because it's something wrong there. It is something wrong. She seeks for attention. Well, if I touch that fire, I know these numbers is going to go up. I'm going to touch that fire, the fire being Cardi B. I know if I touch it, if I talk about it, the numbers is going to go up. I already know. I'm going to make a bag off of it. I have to talk about it. Nobody knows what I know. I have to talk about it. So she keeps doing it. And she has this face when she does it because she's happy. and she got the big glasses, and it's like the drama of it all. And I'm gonna talk about it. Stephon Diggs' mother is the MVP. Stephon Diggs. Like, girl, I could have sworn. You know what? Let's keep going.
Now why? She hosts all the baby mamas. Had baby mamas on
The glasses is the main character in this whole damn video. The glasses don't even want to be in the videos, okay? The glasses don't even want to be in. The glasses is like, why I gotta be here? Why you get sued left and right? Because here's the thing. You gonna mess around, Miss Kibi, and the only thing you gonna have is them glasses. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because now Cardi B is coming after you, your husband, and the channel that you talk about her on. And baby, I'm surprised she ain't came after the channel from the jump. But she was trying to let you live because she knows the only way to get that 4 million is to let you live on these YouTube streets. Yeah. She gonna take the glasses too. She gonna take those glasses. Let me get the glasses in the courtroom. Let me get the glasses. Give me the glasses. No, give them to me now. You don't have to mail them to me. Give them to me now. Tasha K crazy. Tasha K is crazy. Tasha K is crazy. Y'all can say what y'all want. The lady crazy. The lady is crazy. Did I do the one with some? Because the lawyer was talking about it. Matter of fact, let's go to Baller Alert. Baller Alert was talking about it too. I know that's right, Cardi. Cardi said, I want all my money. Cardi B filed a new federal lawsuit in South Florida targeting Tasha K's husband, Mr. Kibi, Shek Kibi, and Helen Entertainment over the unpaid defamation judgment. Now it's a new lawsuit. Now you see it says new federal. You know the IRS is federal, so they had to put the word federal in there. New and federal caught my eye. And then it says Shek Kibi, Tosh K's husband. That got me right there. So I said, oh, I got to read this. This is a classic. Cardi B's legal team claims assets and income were moved through companies and accounts to avoid collection after original Georgia judgment. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you why they know. Because Cardi B got on this lovely internet and told everybody that she was moving said money from here to there and everywhere. Y'all remember when she went to Africa and her was in Africa with her husband and she was doing all those lives over there in Africa, and then she was telling everybody she was going to banks and they went to this bank and that bank and she was moving it from here, there, and everywhere, allegedly. Every word that come out my mouth is alleged. I don't want to be involved, but we here now and we're going to talk about it. She's crazy. She's crazy. You thought if we synced it on the YouTube streets, why you think Cardi B ain't synced it? Here's the thing. Celebrities, let me tell you about these celebrities. These celebrities act like they don't be having time, but they damn sure have time when it come to their money. And she knew she wasn't getting paid, and then all of a sudden you end up in Africa. That's how they know you was out there moving the money all over the place. Let's keep going. The lawsuit alleges Helen Entertainment took over operations connected to Kibi Studios without taking on the debt tied to the defamation case. See, here's the thing. That's like me taking over somebody's salon, but the salon have back rent. I have to then pay the back rent and then keep up the current rent. I can't just go in there, take it over, and not pay the back rent because you take on the debt of the back rent. So, well, here's the thing. Helen Entertainment, y'all made up a whole new entity, Helen Entertainment, and y'all didn't take on y'all took over the entity from Kibi Studios, Helen, but and yet you didn't take on the defamation case? You didn't take on everything else? How? How is that possible? That's what the law is saying. That's what the paperwork is saying. Are you crazy? No, y'all tried to start off new, but not so new. No, you can't do that. So let's keep going. Although Tasha K entered Chapter 11 bankruptcy, Cardi B's team argued the case did not protect the third parties accused of helping move the assets. Did not protect the third parties that help move the assets. Key word. Did not protect. Tasha. Somebody bring Tasha over here to go. Yeah, because I'm not understanding what she's not understanding. They are putting it in the language in order for her to understand. How is it that she understands everything else, but she don't understand her own goddamn court case? You cannot move things around during a court case proceeding because under federal law, you can get everything taken away. You trying to hide it. You trying to put the money under the mattress. You trying to put the money in the Nike shoebox. You trying to put the money over in Africa. You trying to put the money underneath Shaq because you felt like she wasn't going to take nothing from Shaq, who's married to you legally, but and yet you thought that they wasn't going to take from him because they was only going after you and unwind when he's part of the program. Ma'am, are you slow? No, let's keep going because she's slow. Cardi B sued Tasha K in 2019 over forged claims online. In 2022, a federal judgment awarded Cardi B over and $4 million in damages and fees. And here's the thing about a lawsuit. Don't lawsuits collect interest and all that? It keeps growing. So when you don't pay, like say she has a payment plan and you pay, so that means you pay and you pay late. So now you got to pay the late fees and the fees on top of the fees to the lawsuit. Yeah, that's how that usually goes. Yeah, that's how that goes. So did you pay something? Did you pay a little bit? What did you pay, Tasha? Can you get on the internet and discuss what you gave to this lawsuit? Can you tell us how much money you put into the lawsuit, Tasha K? Don't just get on this internet and cry to us about what and laugh and say, oh, my lawyer got fined today. And no, your lawyer should not be getting fined, Tasha K. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. And you think that his family is not over in Africa talking about that? You think, you know, his mama is on the phone like, this American gal is going to take everything away from us over here in Africa. You know that she's going to ruin you, boy. She's going to ruin this man. And he's willing to stand in the fire for her, but she's not willing to take down the videos for you and yours? Are you crazy, Mr. Kibi? I think something might be wrong with him. I think he need an evaluation at this point because there's no way that I'm married. She's not a single parent. She's not a individual with a single that don't have no kids and she's just on her own and she just out here spilling what she's spilling. She has a family. And you're not worrying about your family, but you're worrying about talking about Cardi B. Girl, you are obsessed with this lady. You can't tell me that you're not obsessed with this lady. You are very much so obsessed when it comes to the likes of Cardi B. You are obsessed. It's something wrong with you, girl. You're not worrying about your house. You're not worrying about your business. You're not worrying about your man and his family. But you worrying about talking about Cardi B. Yeah, bring the therapists in, the real ones. Ayala, she don't got time for this. No, bring the real ones in. And I'm not talking about Dr. Phil, because y'all worried about Dr. Cheyenne Bryan, and Dr. Phil ain't even a goddamn doctor neither. But we're going to talk about that in another note. Here's the thing. Bring somebody real in. Reel them in. Reel them in. Because her and Mr. Kibi need to sit down with a real therapist. And Tasha K need to go first. And we need to know where this is coming from within. We need to know why she's so passionate and so eager to get on this internet and talk about Cardi B, because something deep down inside, something is wrong with her. Something is wrong here. If you're not understanding this lawsuit, we are in 2026, beloved. She sued you in 2019. Truth be told, we shouldn't even be here talking about it. With everything that's going on in the world, we don't need to be talking about you, Tasha K. Not without here when the White House is getting shot at. No. But we here talking about Tasha K, because she can't shut the fuck up when it comes to Cardi B. It's things happening. And we gonna talk about those too, but we shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be a hot topic on a Sunday. It's Memorial Weekend. But we talking about you because you say you don't want to be a topic, but I think you do. I think you think all press is good press. No. No. This ain't it. This is not what you want. No. And here's the thing. Cardi B told you this was not what you wanted, and you thought she was bluffing. So you said, I'ma call her bluff. She don't out bluff you, girl. Long time ago, when she won the court case in 2019. Like, well, y'all, I'm not understanding why people in the world today, it's like, I don't want to say it. I don't want to put that on that black lady, but something is wrong. And I don't want to say those words because we try not to put those words on our people. So I'm not going to say it even though that's how I feel in my heart. But something is wrong. Mr. Kibi, it's time for you to get your wife and really sit her down and talk to her. And if you agree with whatever that she is doing, you are now liable. So now they coming after you, Mr. Kibi, because you can't contain your wife here on this internet. Cardi B is asking the court to freeze transfers, impose and construction and trust and legal connections with Kibi Studios and Helen Entertainment in order to collect her judgment. So now all assets is about to be on the freeze. Remember when I told you how they like to take care of their country and the people back home? So now Mr. Kibi, him is not gonna be able to transfer money from one. Yeah, him not gonna be able to do that. No, cause y'all assets is about to be frozen like Elsa. Yeah. All because you couldn't let it go. You couldn't let it go. You just couldn't let it go. You just could not let it go. Why? Why you couldn't let it go? It's other people out here. Trump is out here getting shot at left and right. The robots is taking over the world, Craig. We are about to be in the movie I, Robot in about a minute from now, bitch. And you don't want to talk about that, but you want to talk about her. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get it. But see, them robots don't really do numbers for you. That's not the algorithm. So you want to talk about gossip and things. And it's other people. She talks about other people all the time. So I don't understand why she just can't talk about those people who's not suing her, and she keep talking about Cardi B. Is something wrong here? She needs to go see if the people got the thing on her or something. Maybe she needs to go back to Africa and, bathe in the soil and bathe and get that juju up off of her because something is happening, y'all. And we watching it in real form, in real time. Every time she say something slick, you want to try to edit it out. People are screen recording. They are waiting for you to say something about Cardi B, girl. Girl. You think they just there because they really like you? You think she got people watching the internet. And you are now about to pay said people to watch you watch your mouth about Cardi B. That's crazy. That's money right there. That's money right there. That's the type of money I'm talking about. She is paying the people to watch you and every word that come out your goddamn it mouth. Girl, bye. So that's ball alert right there. So yeah, all of that, you thinking that you was gonna do this and do that, they not having it. They not having it. Them just not having it. So let's go right here.
I said, please stop posting stuff like this. I said, I'm gonna pay you. I just can't afford the 4 million. I don't have it. I know I look like I got it, but I don't have it. And your lawyers can dig and dig and dig and dig until they dig through the earth's crust. Please, we welcome that. But please know that is not on me. That's not on my expense. I don't pay for that. You do. And I don't know if they told you that.
Tasha K. You are the one crying about being broke, bitch. She ain't cried not one day about being broke. Her is the celebrity. Her is suing you for the monies. You are the smaller person in this whole entire court case. You don't realize that you don't got it? You never had it. I'm not trying to be funny. You make money, Tasha, but you don't have 4 million. No, baby, no. Because you have a livelihood. You have kids, you have a husband. You don't move from house to house trying to escape this lawsuit, baby. And let me tell you something. They gonna find you. Because as long as you keep, here's the thing about an IP address. Here's the thing about an IP address. You keep going live off the IP address, wherever that may be. The IP address, they are able to track back to wherever you live, beloved. So they're going to always find you because you're always on the internet. You cannot not be on the internet. What is she think they wasn't going to track her? Oh, I'm going to move me, my family, and this money. I'm going to move the money over there. I'm going to move the money over there. I'm going to even move the money over there, across the country. And she ain't that smart. Here's the thing about she. She has people working for her, and they are that smart. She has a team. You keep getting lawyers. That's not really a team. That's just you keep getting lawyers. She has a team of lawyers that never left her side. It's a team. And they all have special powers. It's like, they creating a Voltron over there. Yeah, they linked up. She got like the 5 crystals and all that. They linked up, honey. They having daily reports about you. She got a team that's, we're going to hire a team to watch the internet and see if she put out anything. They got a team over there on Twitter. They got a team over there. I believe every time you go live over there on the Twitters, you think that you being, and they over there, yeah, she done said something. She gonna delete it, but we got it. She's forming a case. Her people are always building a case against you. So for you to get on this internet and cry about it makes no sense because they already got you dead to rights. They been had you in 2019. They been had you before 2019, before the lawsuit. And all you had to do was take, all of this is because you didn't want to take it down? Yeah, you like to smoke. You like to put your hand in the fire. This click and view stuff got to your head bad. Bad.
Okay? And I also said too many kids love you to be reading stuff like this that you posting. Believe it or not, I said, Cardi, I love you. That was the hardest thing for me to say to her.
Mm-hmm, because you don't love her. You don't love her. You don't love her. You don't love her. Let's go to part 2. She don't love her. That's why.
Listen, believe it or not, I said, Cardi, I love you. That was the hardest thing for me to say to her. But it's true. I said, for leveling me up mentally and teaching me how to not misuse the gift that God gave me that people...
Pause. Pause. The level up got me. How? Yeah. Yeah. I don't, I'm trying to figure out how she leveled her up. Cardi B is trying to, here's the thing. Some people just got to be taught a very valuable lesson. And in this lesson, I hope all YouTubers is getting taught this very valuable lesson. Because this is what you don't do when it comes to celebrities. If they ask you to do something and y'all can't work it out behind the scenes, all that trying to call a bluff knowing that they have you dead to rights, just bow out gracefully. We didn't even have to be here. If Tasha K would have just bowed out gracefully, we wouldn't even be here right now. But she don't know how to bow out gracefully, and that's her problem. That is her problem. That is Tasha K's problem. Tasha K don't know when it's time to lay off. She don't know how to sit down. She's one of those kids, you tell her to sit down. Sit down, Tasha. Her mother had to tell her to sit down 10 times before her mother whooped her ass. And right now, Cardi B is whooping her ass in all type of court. Small claims court, big court, federal court, Supreme Court, court justice. She is dusting her off in all. And the minute she's not going to have a YouTube channel, but we're going to get into that. Let's keep listening.
Thank me for. And I said, now see you in court. We're going to court. We're going to finish this. We're going to finish it all. We're going to scrutinize it all. We're going to go through every single fucking dime transaction. We're going to make sure you go get what's yours. Right?
You didn't get it though.
And believe it or not, I said, Cardi, I love you. That was the hardest thing for me to say to her.
She ain't
but it's true. I said,
been paying her.
For leveling me up mentally and teaching me how to not misuse the gift that God gave me.
You misused it though.
That people thank me for.
She misused it though. She misusing it. She misusing it right now. Every day.
And I said, now see you in court. We're going to court. We're going to finish this. We're going to finish it all. We're going to scrutinize it all. We're going to go through every single fucking dime transaction. We're going to make sure you go get what's yours. Right? And believe it or not, I said, Cardi, I love you.
Yeah.
That was the hardest thing for me to say to her.
She got those new attorneys and thought she had Johnny Cochran from the grave. She got those new lawyers and thought, yeah, I am lit. I got these new lawyers and they got the money and we gonna pay them and I'm gonna tell y'all this. I have a funny feeling she owes some of those lawyers money. Because y'all gotta remember, Tasha K got a team of people. And I feel like she owes money. Yeah, now they paying fines. The lawyers is getting sued. How the lawyers is getting sued because they fucking with you? Let me go to something real quick. Lakeisha did a live, and the lawyer Simone did a live. Shout out to both of them. And Lakeisha was talking about Simone's live, right? And let's go to it because it was very interesting yesterday. This internet is going.
Y'all, get on up in here. Tasha K and her husband, Shekna, baby, they both headed to prison. What I'm about to show y'all in this documentation, when I tell you that Cardi B's attorneys did their work, which they really didn't have to do because I've been telling you all for months, if not a year or so, that Tasha K was going to prison. Cardi B and her attorneys, not only have they found the money, they have identified what country the money's in and how Tasha K and her husband has involved his brother. Woo, y'all, come on in here.
Let me tell y'all something. Now it's about to get crazy because I saved the best for last. Shout out to Lakeisha Keisha and Simone, because I think Attorney Simone, I'm telling y'all, when you have lawyers on YouTube, you know which lawyers is they are breaking this court case down. They are breaking it down. It's about to get ugly. So let me speed forward.
Cardi B's attorneys has pretty much walked this thing as if they were federal investigators, even giving it a name. If you guys know anything about federal investigators, they give different things a name. If it's a scheme, they'll give it a scheme. They call this the Kiwi Studios successor scheme, meaning that after the things were transferred to Yellen Entertainment, it was transferred as a way to steal money that Cardi B could not get out of this potential judgment. Now, what I didn't know, let me share something else with y'all that I didn't know. Yellen Entertainment, well, first of all, it was called Kiwi Studios. Kiwi Studios, although they changed the name to Yellen Entertainment, that company owes $3.8 million, let's just say $3.8 million. That is the part that Yellen owes, okay? Now, Tasha K on her own owes a whole separate $1 million. But one of the other things I want to clear up, let's just clear up something really quickly, because I saw some other YouTubers do videos and they keep saying Cardi B's judgment was reduced. I want y'all to understand, Cardi B's judgment was never reduced.
Never.
Whenever you go into a bankruptcy, you are doing a repayment plan. Mm-hmm. So therefore, when you go into the repayment plan, they calculate what amount of that debt is going to be paid out of that bankruptcy. Now, how much would Cardi B get based on Tasha K's bankruptcy? I think it was like $1.5 million, of 1 point something million. That did not reduce Cardi B's debt. What it meant is Tasha K would have been secured. Cardi B couldn't come after any of her stuff as long as she was in a bankruptcy. Once Tasha K came out, Cardi B can now go after her. Because keep in mind, Cardi B's full amount with interest is what Tasha K has to pay. The bankruptcy does not take it away because this is a non-dischargeable debt. Now, when you look...
Okay, remember the first video I showed y'all? And Tasha K said, I went into bankruptcy and filed Chapter 11 to protect my business. That's what Lakeisha's talking about. So she filed Chapter 11 to protect her business and all of the things. But going through all of this in court, you still in court with this young lady. This is why it didn't make no sense for her to keep talking about her. But I let Lakeisha keep breaking it down because this is going to get interesting.
look at non-dischargeable debts, now I'm just going to say this off the top of my head. Some things that usually cannot be erased in a bankruptcy are like child support, student loans, tax debts, and sometimes government fines or penalties. But generally, in a regular sense, if you owe somebody some money, a regular person, you can include it in bankruptcy. But the reason why this was not able to be included because they said she did it with malicious intent. So I want y'all to understand that Cardi B's judgment is now well over $4 million with the penalties. Now, somebody said, how much has Tasha paid? How much has Tasha K paid? Last I checked a couple months ago, it was roughly $300,000. You guys have to understand, Tasha K never paid anything. She ran and filed bankruptcy. You guys have to understand, whenever you file a bankruptcy, there's a stay that's put there, which everything is halted. Nothing can happen. Now they have to work through everything in the, or through the bankruptcy court. She just started paying last year, if that helps. And I think it was about $300,000. So $300,000 on a $4 million, honey, that ain't shit, okay? Because the 300 that she's paid, that's only interest. She still owes $4 million. But let's kind of get into what I was saying. Cardi B has found the money, and as I told y'all before, because I have followed this case, and some stuff I probably never even came on here and showed you guys, and I probably just spoke to it and not really provided you the evidence. Sometimes I do that, but a lot of this stuff that Cardi B is talking about, this is stuff that I had already known. So the purpose of this video, okay, I said that they identified these different things as if they were federal investigators. One of the things they called it is the Kibi Studio successor scheme. What that means is Tasha K's husband is the successor of all of this transfer stuff. And Cardi B never got a chance to get the $3.8 million that was owed from the Kibi Studios because it was transferred. Not only was it transferred, it was transferred without even leaving a stench of any kind of asset. Nothing. Let me show y'all something else. We're going to divert here really, really quickly. And in another video, I'll probably get into the fraudulent taxes, but I'm not going to get into it now. But I want to divert very quickly. If you guys look at the bottom of my screen, right, you see some numbers, and I've added those numbers up. I left my phone in the other room. I don't want to go get it. But I think it was roughly 2.5 million or something like that. That is what all of those numbers at the bottom represent. The reason why I wanted to show you.
So basically, so far what we learned, what we already knew, you moving money around so you don't took it from underneath Kibi and tried to put it over there on Helen Entertainment. You can't do that. That's crazy. I don't understand how she thought within a lawsuit how you was going to be able to move money around when you really wasn't supposed to touch nothing during this lawsuit. You wasn't supposed to be moving around and doing all of the things and all that. Because that just makes you look like you're guilty even more. Even though they already found you guilty with malicious intent. But you look crazy now. Let's keep going.
You that is because if you look at the tax returns, the man said they made 300. Well, the business made 355,000. That's not true. I can tell you right now, y'all make way more than that. But if you even look at those numbers that I just showed you, that was close to $3 million. Now, that wasn't for a year. I'm sorry, that wasn't for a year. I think it was a couple of years, but do the math. When you're doing this internet stuff, you definitely have expenses, but your expenses are not like that, okay? Remember, I do this too. I don't do it at the magnitude that you do it, but I do it to my magnitude, and therefore I can say, yeah, those are fraud. But I just wanted to point that out. But when taking it all in, Cardi B's forensic attorneys, all these high-paid, high-powered attorneys, do you really think they're stupid? Not even just a little bit. So I just wanted to point that out, okay? Now, and the reason why I wanted to point it out, because, again, you took one business, you changed the name, and you zeroed out the other business, but they didn't have nothing, no assets, no money, nothing. Okay, So the next thing that they identified was the personal income diversion scheme. Now, what this did was had Tasha K to no longer receive money in a business that she owns, right? So now Tasha K's names are wiped off of the bank account. Keep in mind, guys, these are all things that they can prove because when you take your name off of an account, the bank keeps a track of that. So they know that Tasha K's husband took her name off of the account because what does that prove? If she's no longer on the account, she's not a signer of the account. It ain't her account, but it was a personal income diversion scheme is what they're calling it. And I want to show you guys this here because this is what they...
Let me tell you something. Tasha K's husband is going to get tired. And I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I'm surprised he ain't get tired yet. And I'm going to tell you why. Once a man money is being messed with, divorce is coming in. It's coming. It's going to come in hot. He don't took your name off of the bank accounts. So that means you can't even, you don't have no access to that, Tasha K. So when he go to divorce you, right? Oh, baby. Because it's coming. It's coming. I'm just telling y'all right now. Her divorce, right after everything is settled, that divorce is coming.
They identify this as the personal income diversion scheme. Now, what it says is they diverted Tasha K's assets for her to give it to her husband and him to be the sole owner of the business. They did not consider the monies that Cardi B was owed because this whole process was designed to frustrate the garnishment by removing Tasha K from the bank accounts and everything and giving it to her husband because now Tasha K, as she's been saying, that's my husband's business, okay? Now, moving right along. I had told you people that Tasha K was doing fraudulent shit simply because I did my own research of my own. And I also did this video right here where I'm going to...
Everybody's been talking about this court case. This court case is crazy.
This is a commercial. So I did this video right here. Hopefully y'all can see my screen. Y'all can see my screen. So let's skip this. This video right here. In this video, what does it say? What's the title of this video? Tasha K expose house transfer to LLC after bankruptcy. Is this fraud? I did this video already. I had already talked about this. Well, something else I'm going to show you guys because the reason why I'm showing you this is because I've already been talking about this. I've been talking about this forever. So the fact that Cardi B's attorneys is talking about this, I know this already because I've already been talking about it. Now I want to show you guys something else. I just want to make sure I'm not showing you too much, but I also have this information.
That video that she just showed, when she did do the video, that was when Tasha K was trying to sell her house and she was on this lovely internet telling everybody she was trying to sell her house. Remember that? And she couldn't sell it. Crazy.
Okay. So let's get into it. Okay, Tasha had put on the internet that she was selling her house. When she did that, she showed you guys the address and everything of her house, right? Well, do you see what this document is right here? This is a document that you can get this document too. What it shows is every owner of a property. Remember when I told you yesterday, if you ever owned a house before, you see the list of everyone that has ever owned that house. Well, this is a list of owners that has owned the house that Tasha K is now trying to sell. On that same form that I'm showing you, you see owners and residents. You see, Tasha was an owner of that house, and it lists all the other owners. But what it also lists is that Tasha K removed her name off of it and did what? Put it in her husband's name, okay? I want to say this because when Cardi B's attorneys say this right here, right here, it said when Tasha and her husband set out to transfer things into her husband's name, they did this to frustrate the garnishment. It also says,
Yep.
Tasha K had ownership in real property and her husband accepted the transfer into his name only without consideration that Cardi B needed to be paid. What you guys don't also understand is when you are in a bankruptcy, Tasha K deeding that property to her husband only, she really was supposed to, first of all, get permission to be able to do that because you can't transfer things without the court's permission.
That's right.
And also, Cardi B's attorneys can look at it like, hey, that is really a sale. Cardi B didn't get her money because you cannot go selling real estate and be in bankruptcy, ma'am. You are supposed to pay that lady. And they said you did not.
So you transferring everything underneath his name, setting that man up, and I'm surprised that man didn't say no. Let's not do that. Let's just sell the home and give her the money. That's what he had to do. Sell the home. Don't transfer it. Tell your lawyers we're gonna sell this home right here, and we're gonna give her the profits. Transfer all the profits to Cardi B. No, you didn't do that. You couldn't sell it right away. So you in all that, you transferred the money over. You transferred the home, to your husband. And your husband is getting ready to go down for it. When I tell you I can already feel, I can already smell it. Divorce is about to be crazy. He is going to want to move far away from her. Do you hear me? He ain't going to want to be bothered with Tasha K. And he's taking the kids. Because something is wrong with you.
Not do it. You didn't do it. So what Cardi B's attorneys is asking is for all this shit to be reversed because she gonna sell that damn house or whatever it is she needs to do. So Cardi B seeks avoidance of these fraudulent transfers, okay? Because she want her damn money, okay? No, this is the part that y'all all been waiting for, okay? Let's get into it. And this is why I say they going to jail.
They're going to jail.
Yeah, somebody is going to prison.
Jail.
This
fraud.
is a scheme.
All type of fraud.
It's a real scheme, okay? Because not only have they identified the money being in Mali, Africa, baby, it's on the documents, okay? The document speaks for itself. Let's get into it. The document right here says that Yellen Entertainment is a Florida limited liability company with its principal office in Broward County, Florida, according to the fake ass tax returns that they submitted. We'll talk about that later. But carrying on, okay, the part that they're focusing in on here is crazy, y'all, because now, remember, it was Kibi Studios and now it's Yellen Entertainment. How did Tasha K's brother-in-law get in it, honey? This is too much. Down. Now, Lasana Kibi has 50% ownership in Yellen Entertainment. Where'd he come from?
The mother is sitting back saying, how y'all let this lady bring y'all down like this? This American woman is getting ready to tear down the whole family, all because of one lawsuit. How her brother-in-law is in it now. And the brother-in-law is stupid because I'm watching the fucking court case in real time. I'm not putting my name on nothing. I know you my brother, but you don't think it's time that you divorce her? You don't think that she's putting your livelihood in danger? So now everybody got a piece of your whole girl. Tasha K is crazy.
He was not
on the original format of the original business. So you think these people are stupid? So now you go and get a family member to become 50% partnership of a business so that you can keep 50 and say that, well, we only own 50 of it. Baby, we went to college. People are college educated. That's one thing college does teach you how to do is think, which you didn't know how to think. And that's why you out here looking like a damn floozy. This is stupid. Girl, what? Where in the hell did this Molly man come from? Talking about he got 50% ownership in Yelling Entertainment, a US-based business. Where did he come from? You going to jail, ho.
Yep.
You going to jail. You have to be careful when you're a nasty, disgusting person and you do nasty, disgusting things to people just to do it. Because it's not the way that you should conduct yourself. And these people taking you to prison, this is some serious ass shit.
I'm going to tell you why Lakeisha is saying that Tasha K is nasty. She's saying Tasha K is nasty because when the court case started happening, and Lakeisha right here been breaking it down and telling the truth and telling everybody that this is going to happen and this is going to happen, and things started happening. Tasha K striked her channel. Tasha K striked her channel and tried to take her down. So that's why she said Tasha K is nasty. Because you're too busy trying to take me down when you should be trying to deal with your court case. You're dealing with the wrong thing. You don't want the truth to come out when the truth been coming out.
Listen, I need to bring a lawyer on to break it all the way down, okay? But let's get into it. They're saying that not only did you transfer 50% ownership to this person that resides in Mali, Africa, there is no documentary evidence corroborating his membership or interest. So they're like, bullshit. Where did this man come from? They ain't stupid. It says to the extent that Tasha K's husband is really the only member. He is a citizen of Florida, but get into this, y'all. And I left my phone because I took some notes, but I believe I can remember. So get into this. Tasha K's husband is okay, let's get into it. It says, Yellen citizenship includes that of a foreign national. Now, let me kind of remember if I remember what a foreign national is. A foreign national is an individual who is not a citizen or national of the country in which they're currently residing in. I hope I said that right. So what that means is Tasha K husband wasn't born here.
Yep.
He married somebody from here.
That's right.
That is solely how he got his citizenship. So that's what they're saying. They're saying under this scenario, this court has subject matter jurisdiction. If Yellen is solely a Florida-owned company jurisdiction, so they provide this, this code, this statute, and basically saying, listen, we have this, jurisdiction over whatever this code is. But they said, hey, this dispute would be between them. We want our money. They don't care about this fraudulent stuff that they are doing. But y'all, this is really, really bad because not only have they identified where the money is, what country, they have identified 2 fraudulent transfers. And as they state, where is the documentary evidence that corroborates? Why is he on this business? Why is he a 50% owner? Do you just grab people off the street and say, hey, come on into my business? Mm-hmm. I want to make you an equal partner. Mm-hmm. Okay. Y'all, this is bad for her. This is all bad.
Shaq brother stupid.
And it's crazy because as I told y'all before, I said, I believe that Cardi B's lawyers got this. And what you guys fail to realize is these are things that were provided a few years ago in transcripts in which they actually admitted to this. So imagine denying something that they got transcripts saying that you said. So essentially,
they forgetting their own lives.
So dumb. They actually made their jobs a little bit easier because Now they know where to concentrate. But as I said before, this is a serious incident. It could have been avoided, but when you're an ignorant, miserable, hateful person, and instead of providing commentary, you seek to tear, bully, and destroy families, going out, getting folks, what is that? Family members, interviewing their family members. Like, who does that? But when you do stuff like that, this is what happens to you. So unfortunately, Cardi B is going to send Tasha K and her husband to prison because this is a very, very, very serious offense. And we just gonna talk about it because, again, this is stuff that I have been talking about for a while. And I have been wondering why and how has it even got this bad? Because from what I was reading, the evidence had always showed that this lady had way more money than she's actually portraying. Now, I heard another content creator video, and they were saying, content creators don't make what they used to make. Well, let's kind of get into, I don't know because I wasn't here, but I can say over the last few months or so, it has changed even from 3 years when I was on here. So it seems like you're doing way more work.
It has.
Way more work. But what you have to understand is this Tasha K doesn't just have YouTube income. She has her other, it's right here. Look at it. I have it on the screen. These are her different sources of income. And it says for her YouTube income, she had made $1 million. It says for the yelling, now this was $1 million, a million point something. I don't feel like adding it up. But here for the Yellen Entertainment, it says she had made $203,000. Then it said Kibi Studios had made $160,000. It says Yellen again for Tasha K Live had made $649,000. Then it is, what is this one for? Let's see if I don't know what this category is. Kibi Studios and Patreon was $357,000. And you see, she has different things that she's doing. Some people.
With Lakeisha adding all that up and telling y'all where Tasha K money is at, how much money she has. My thing is with Tasha K, you could have been paid Cardi B off. Not all the way off, because $4 million is a lot of money. But you need to start paying her. And your brother and your husband fitting to go to jail. Oh, y'all going to jail. They going to be calling you Lil Boosie in jail for real, Tasha K. Because she ain't got the right sense in her to not do it. She ain't got it in her, y'all. She don't have it in her. And you know what the bad part about all this is? It's very sad. It's very sad that she don't have it in her to say, well, you know what? I'm not going to do this no more. I'm not going to stop. It's like you keep talking about her. You go on your little Patreon, oh, I'm going to go over there and talk about her. Oh, I have a website. I'm going to go over there and talk about her. I'm going to go on Twitter and I'm going to talk about her. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to talk about her and I'm going to take it down. I'm going to go on Instagram and I'm going to go say something and I'm going to indirect say it and then I'm going to take it down. Girl, we see you. We see you. We see you. We see you keep talking about her. Why do you keep doing it though? Why do you keep doing it? It's like she wants to be the center of attention. You want to be talked about. If you didn't want nobody talking about you, you wouldn't talk about her. It doesn't make sense. And then you got, I'm trying to figure out which one I want to click on because it don't say when it was done. But one of these Attorney Simone videos she did yesterday, and I'm going to tell you something. It was good. It was good. And I think it's the one that says 50. Let's click on it real quick. Cause crazy.
Hey guys, it's your legal bestie, Attorney Simone. I'm not even going to worry your little faces with an intro.
Days ago. Okay, this is yesterday.
Hey, y'all,
This
it's
is
your legal
yesterday.
bestie, Attorney Simone, and I'm not even going to hold you. I'm not even going to play that intro. We're going to jump right into this.
Shout out to Attorney Simone, and she's a real attorney, a real lawyer. It's not no alleged. We know she's not a fake lawyer. She's here to break all the things down, and this was her live from yesterday. And this is how we know on YouTube exactly what's really going on behind the scenes. Let's get into her video, and then we're going to close out the video with my final thoughts.
Because, boy, we're going in this video, we're going to jump into why both Tasha K and her husband could be facing jail time now as a result of both the last court contempt ruling, the last order in the Tasha K saga, and the brand new lawsuit that Cardi B has filed against not Tasha K, but her husband and her husband's businesses. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Also, make sure as you come on in, when I hit that like and subscribe to literal fake cases that Tasha K's lawyer put in there. I get it, $7,000. Well, that's weird because Tasha K was claiming to be an employee of her husband's business and claiming that all the money, that all the gross revenue made by Tasha K Live, the YouTube channel, her
I remember that.
live shows, that all that money went to his company. That was his money. And she's just a meager little employee. Well, when I looked up the document, I said, that's not what this don't look right. Because, for example, in the January, she said the revenue was $80K, but that she had $46,000 worth of contract labor expenses. I was like, no, if you're an employee, you're not paying other employees.
Thank you.
That is for the business.
Hello. Only the business owner is paying employees. See, here's the thing about Tasha. She got a big mouth. She talks. And you get on this internet, and then you say something else, and you get in that courtroom, and you say something else, and you have something else in those documents. Employees don't pay other employees. Business owners pay employees. And if you just stop talking about this court case on this internet, we wouldn't be here. But let's keep going. Talk too much. Damn.
Apparently, Cardi B and Cardi B's legal team agreed with my assessment, and that's why they have filed the new lawsuit. So we're going to get into the new lawsuit, and then I'm also going to share with you some receipts. And again, like I said, I have been talking about this since at least 2022, 2023. But you will see why here in just a moment. And as we jump into this, don't forget, you can always go to SimoneRedwine.com if you're injured anywhere in the United States to get a free injury consultation with me, or call 855-4-SYMONE, Simone. Also, I own a title company in Texas. If you have a closing for a real estate property anywhere in Texas, we would love to help. Same number, 855-4-Simone. I'm going to take that banner off.
Real lawyers that
so
work.
we can,
I know
so
that's
y'all can
right.
see it all. Here we go. There we are. So basically, to start off, what Cardi B is saying is that she is filing this lawsuit. It's against Yellen Entertainment. That is Tasha K's husband's company. They used to own it together. We'll get into that. But Yellen Entertainment and her husband personally. And she's basically claiming that the two of them conspired together to make fraudulent transfers of assets and properties so that Cardi B couldn't use those assets and properties to satisfy the judgment. Most importantly, these transfers were made after the jury found in Cardi B's favor. I don't know what type of slow learner. Now, Tasha K talks about being a little slow. She says she went to ninth grade 3 different times. But her husband, he has a degree, to my knowledge. He works in IT prior to basically running her business. So he definitely should have known better. So basically, the allegation is fraudulent transfer. And what Cardi B is seeking to do is make it so that Tasha K's argument is, she's just an employee. Her husband owns the business. He's got the money. Cardi is saying, I don't give a flying fart. In this lawsuit, I am asking the court to rule that those transfers were fraudulent to hide money from me, and that as a result, your husband has to pay the $4 million judgment.
That's right.
No payment plan, no reduction down to the 1.2 million. Your husband's assets, his personal assets, and the business assets can be used to run Cardi her money. And this is a whole new lawsuit, baby. It's going to have depositions. It's going to have everything. So effectively, what Cardi is saying.
Now, we discussed the first lawsuit. We discussed the 2019. We here in 2026. There's a new lawsuit being filed. Girl, your husband is getting ready to divorce you. Are you crazy? See, here's the thing. He should have divorced her during the first lawsuit, and then they wouldn't be coming after him. But here's the thing. He's going to divorce you now. Because now he's looped in, his brother's looped in, everybody's looped in. It's crazy. Y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too much. Your assets is fitting to be frozen. You fitting to be, I'm trying to tell you, it's about to go down over there. Tasha K live, her channel is gonna go live, and I'm gonna tell you who's gonna be on the screen. Cardi B. Because that's what's gonna happen next. And Tasha K think that Cardi B can't come after her channel. She's sadly freaking mistaken. She can come after her channel and go live on her channel and collect those viewers and all of the things. And collect her subscribers. And rename her channel. That will be the Cardi B channel. Watch. I'm just telling y'all what I know. She is playing with fire. Tasha K likes this type of energy. I don't know what that's about. But you have put in your whole family into this. And your husband, like Simone just said, how is it that your husband don't know when to say, well, God damn it, Tasha, we have to stop this. Don't talk about her no more. Don't talk about her no more while I'm sleeping. When I'm sleeping, you stay in the bed and you go to sleep too. Because that's another thing she has a habit of doing. And she's telling you herself, if you go look at her backup channel and all of the things. Tasha K has a habit of, oh, my husband is sleeping, but he don't want me to be on the internet. She said that multiple times. Multiple times. He don't want me to be on the internet right now, talking to y'all right now. But I'm going to talk to y'all real quick, and I'm going to give y'all the real tea. You don't got to give us nothing, beloved. You don't have to give us nothing. You don't have to give us nothing. We don't want to hear nothing. Tasha K is crazy. Let's keep going.
And is I am going to make it to where your kids got to go to underfunded public schools, baby. I am going to make it to where there is no more grace, because I gave you grace before and you spit in my face.
That's right.
Because I signed a bankruptcy plan that gave you 5 years to pay me. It actually even said, I will not come after any of your husband's assets at all. All you got to do is keep my name out your mouth and make the payments according to our payment plan. Tasha was making the payments according to the payment plan, but couldn't keep that mouth shut.
No.
So what it says is that on February...
And I'm going to tell you why. Because Tasha K felt like this. I'm making the payments. I'm able to talk about whatever I want to talk about. And here's the thing. You was just spreading bull, BS. You was just doing too much. And Cardi B said, oh, I got time and I have the money. So guess what I'm about to do now? Let's get another new lawsuit. Pile it on. That's what she's doing. Pile it on. Pile it on. Okay? That's what she's doing. You're going to learn today is what she's trying to say. I just piled you. Oh, I got to spank you now. Oh, so you're not scared of the $4 million? Okay, watch this. Crazy.
February 17th, Georgia District Court entered into the defamation judgment in 2022. Okay. Then it says that the court, basically it made a total ruling that totals up to basically the $4 million judgment that we talk about. And that in that judgment, there were two entities that were liable that are relevant. Number one is Kebby Studios. That was basically the LLC that Tasha K was operating under. Okay. Kebby Studios was found jointly and severally liable for $1 million. This is $1 million in compensatory damages, which is damages that are pain, suffering, injury to Cardi B's like reputation. Yes, she did win that. And medical expenses. And then another 1.3 million from the LLC was awarded by the jury for a total judgment of basically 2.3 million. Then it says, in addition, a jury awarded 500K in punitive damages against Kebby Studios. Right, that is why which totals 2.8 million. That's why it could not be dismissed in bankruptcy. If it is found that there are punitive damages, that means what you did that thing on purpose. You did it intentionally. And any intentional acts cannot be wiped away in bankruptcy. Otherwise, rich people would do exactly what Tasha K is trying to do here, which is defame her, run it up, get all these new subscribers, make all this new money from the lies, and then say, ooh, I'm a file for bankruptcy. The court said, psych. So number one, the judgment said, it was against Kebby Studios, and part two of the judgment was a personal judgment. It says the debtor, which is Tasha K, was a judge jointly and severally liable with Kebby Studios in the amount of 3.3 million before interest, okay? And then it goes down to say Kebby Studios and the personal judgment, put what Tasha owes and what Kebby together, it totals 3.9. She is basically asking the court to find that Cardi B has a choice. Cardi could either get all 3.9 from Tasha or from Tasha's husband or from Tasha's husband's businesses. That's what jointly and severally liable. She only gets paid once, but it can come from any of these. That's what she's saying. And then it says the judgment also created an injunction against Cardi B and against Tasha K and the business, prohibited them from publishing or republishing defamatory statements, but they did that anyway. We know that, okay? Mm-hmm. Now, it says neither Kebby Studios judge.
I'm running this video for educational purposes because I feel like a lot of new YouTubers need to learn stuff like this. This is a class within itself that's happening in real time right before our very eyes. You are watching a real lawyer break this case down like a shotgun, and I love her for it. Shout out to Simone. Y'all please go over there and subscribe to her channel. She breaks down a lot of court cases. She doesn't just do this court case. She does a lot of court cases, and she's in a lot of courtrooms for a lot of different celebrity court cases. And this just happens to be one of them. Please go over there and subscribe to her channel. Subscribe to Keisha's channel. Shout out to Baller Alert. This is all for educational purposes only. Because my thing is with Tasha, she has not learned her lesson yet. With her being on YouTube for a number of years, she has not yet learned to shut up when it's time to shut up. When all she had to do was take the videos down from the very beginning. But I think Tasha K likes this. She likes the views. She likes the clicks. And she's figuring, oh, well, these shows are using my clips in they shows, so I'm getting paid for it. Like the Love and Hip Hops and all the things. They use her clips in shows. So she figured, I'm getting paid from it. Yeah, you getting paid from it, and Cardi B wants her payment too. So therefore, you have to start paying her money. I don't get why Tasha K is not understanding that. And how 1 minute you an employee, and the next minute, oh, I'm paying people. And that's another thing, y'all. Remember, Tasha K has a whole team of people working for her. At this point, I hope they have a backup job. I really do. Because there's no way in the world that I'm working for somebody that has a big lawsuit on their hands and don't think that she's getting ready to go down in flames. Y'all better get into it. I hope y'all have backup jobs because Tasha K is going down.
The judgment against the LLC or the personal judgment against Tasha K has been satisfied. Now, Tasha K has made payments. So whatever the judge ultimately rules, the total amount will be reduced by the payments already made. Okay. Now it says, Now, what was really interesting to me is they then go in to describe how it is Tasha K tried to pull off the fraud. So that's what we're getting into. It says, and it reminds you, the personal judgment was, so the only bankruptcy that was filed was for Tasha K personally, none of the businesses. Why? Because the businesses make so much money, she didn't want to lose her business or have to sell the business assets. Also, there's more than enough money to pay Cardi B's judgment when you see.
And this is why I'm not understanding. When you have a bill, just pay the bill. Cardi B is your biggest bill. Pay your employees, and then the rest of that money, don't try to pay your little mortgage, whatever you got going on over there now. Pay your rent, pay your light, make sure the kids is good, make sure employees is good. The rest you should be paying the Cardi B after that. Whatever that is, you should be paying after that. Once you pay all of those other things, Cardi B should be next on your list. I don't get what the problem is. Because you make enough money to pay this lady. And you on this internet laughing at this court case like it's a game. It's not a game.
See the cash flow of the business. A lot of people keep saying, Tasha ain't got it. I don't know why Cardi B keeps doing it. Tasha ain't got it. Oh, yes, she does.
She does.
In the month of January alone, Tasha K made, according to herself, $86,000 alone. Now it says the personal judgment, is not covered in the discharge. And then it goes down. Here's the scheme. Kebby Studios successor scheme. Number one, that her husband formed Yellen Studios on May 31st, months after the verdict. You cannot do that. And then he caused the entire business of Kebby Studios, its operations, revenue streams, clients, managements, contracts, everything of value, and even his services. He then gave his services to Tasha K as talent and transferred all of that to the new LLC without paying Cardi B's judgment. Can't do that. This is Kebby Studios then was dissolved, leaving it an empty shell with no assets from which Cardi B could be paid. I told y'all. It says the new business basically is a successor in every meaningful way, and because it was created fraudulently, is liable to pay the Kebby Studios judgment because it's the same entity. Basically, what they're saying.
It's the same business with a different name. People do it all the time. They get into these debts with these names and they try to switch it over to another name. It's the same business. Oh, it's the same exact business. It's the same exact business, same exact employees, same exact owner, same exact everything. The only thing on the front is different is the name. Girl, that is fraud. You're going to jail, Tasha.
Saying is these idiots said, oh, this LLC owes a judgment, so we'll just disband the LLC, create a whole nother LLC, which, by the way, y'all, they're calling it Yellen, but also refer to it as Stash Entertainment, as in stashing away money so Cardi B can't get to it. These idiot nincompoops. Wait till you see the documents, okay? It says the husband, okay, there was a personal income diversion scheme, it says. That's the part B of the scheme. It says the husband took a series of steps to render Tasha K's personal income and assets unavailable to satisfy the personal judgment. He rerouted Tasha K's salary and earnings through Yellen's accounts in a structure designed to frustrate garnishment. Basically, Cardi B was out there garnishing accounts, and he made it so the money couldn't get garnished. He removed Tasha K from bank accounts. Any account with Tasha's name on it could have been garnished. He removed her name on which she had been authorized. He caused Tasha K to stop receiving direct payment. In other words, she was getting paid directly from Google and stuff, and he accepted the transfer of debtors' interest in their real estate located in Georgia. Oh, baby, I covered that one. Here we are. And that was in 2023. I'm going to hop to that one because that was the one that really made all of this obvious. And I'm actually surprised it took this long, but I believe it took this long for Cardi B to file this motion, because her expectation was, look, all Cardi really wanted was for Tasha K to shut up and stop talking about her. Well, Cardi got that as a provision of the bankruptcy plan. So Cardi actually wanted Tasha to just do the payment plan according to the bankruptcy plan and shut up. But once Tasha made clear she wasn't going to shut up and she was actually going to double down and go on social media and make herself a victim, that is why now Cardi is like, all right, I don't want to keep going back and forth. You and your entities are just going to have to pay me because you keep violating this. Mm-hmm. Okay, so here is the clip from, this is actually 2023. Now, in this clip, this is where, from my old video, again, this was Tasha K's bankruptcy leading to jail time, June 24, 2023. This is where I found that she basically ceased her other LLCs, but that she was shifting assets. This section is actually called shifting assets. And I show where she did that with her house in April of this year. Why? To try and avoid them being part of her bankruptcy. So basically what she did after the court ruled against her is, these are considered generally, they're considered fraudulent transfers. Basically, you cannot get a judgment against you. She got a judgment against her in February of 2022. And once you get that judgment, start moving money from all of the businesses that you had. In fact, the court
it's crazy.
Specifically said, you can't move the money around or you will be considered in contempt.
That's right.
So what she could be facing is actual jail time. You see, usually somebody. Here we go. We're going to hop to it. And then this is the deed. Under the name of Yellen. So this video, I'm going to link it below. It's going to show you. And she's claiming. There we go. It's going to show you all the different ones. But the one that I thought was the dumbest and the most egregious, I'm going to just go ahead and just put it on the screen, just since that video is a little bit blurry. But this was literally the dumbest. Here we go.
Simone, all of it is the dumbest.
Here we go. Hold on. It is.
All of it.
All right, so this is actually the fraudulent transfer. Okay, so I know it may seem a little small on there, and we don't care about the address. She does not live there anymore. She actually has rented it out. But this shows that she transferred her home after the judgment was already entered to her husband for $0. $0. That's how you know it's a fraudulent transfer. And that's what I broke down in that prior video that I'll link below. So, and here's what makes it.
That's the same house that Lakeisha showed us in the last video. That's what she's talking about. That's the same house. And if you rented it out, that means you're making money off that house, right? Because you didn't sell it. I heard the word rent. She rented it out, allegedly. So if she rented out that home, that means you're making money off that home. So why is Cardi B not getting paid again? I don't get it. I don't get what she's doing.
Makes it even crazier. Then, oh girl, Tasha K had the audacity when she submitted her April financials to list her mortgage, the mortgage on this house that she's now already said she transferred to her husband, as one of her expenses. Look at this. All right, so you see.
Now here's the thing. Stupid. She's so silly. How you gonna say you gave it to your husband, right? You already committed fraud by putting him on it. Then you turned around and enlisted as your expenses. How is it your expense if it's underneath your husband? How? Yo. She don't think. She thinks she be having it and she don't be having it. Crazy.
See here, this is what Tasha K's attorneys just submitted in April to the court. Her wages for January alone, $82,000 for the first 3 months. That's the $234,000. She's made payment for the 3 months for first quarter, $51,000 to Cardi B. But then if you go to this page, hold on, we've got under her expenses, we've got mortgage payments. It says mortgage payments of $1,200 a month. Now, in a total of $3,600 for the entire quarter. that's how it's very obvious. And that's how I knew from the last video that it appears Tasha K is basically trying to show that she's running all the expenses through her, even though she's supposed to just be an employee. She's running expenses for assets that belong to her husband. That's fraudulent, and you can't do that, especially because the way they calculate the amount of money available to repay Cardi B is after expenses. So what Tasha is doing, because you see here, she's had $82,000 in income for January. So what she's doing is she's trying to make her expenses seem super high. If you go to the second page, that's why she's claiming contract labor of $46,000. I thought you were the employee. I thought you were the employee. So then, of course, I pulled more bank documents because, I like to come with receipts. Y'all, come look at this. Look at these documents. Crazy. And they show clearly how she has been trying to get away with including expenses that are her husband's business expenses. All right, so here's a bankruptcy filing. This is with the filing, she has to include her bank statements, right? This is bank statements for any of the entities that she is associated with. So here we go. This one was, this is a Bank of America. Look, so here, and this is from last year. This is just to give you an idea of how the scheme is working, right? Is that, so last year on her bank statement, now mind you, this is a statement from Stash Media, right? That's the new fake company. Stash Media, Yellen Media, those are the new companies used to hide the assets. Google pays out the 21st day of each month. So for Tasha K's YouTube, she got about $39,000 is what it's showing there, plus another $2,600 from YouTube in that month. And then though, but it shows Tasha K paid to Stash $7,200 and some dollars. Why are you paying your employer if you're the employee, ma'am? Miss Ma'am. She also got $3,300 from Rockstar Wireless, which she used to run ads for. And then there's a Cash App here that it says that she sent to Stash Media. But check this out. Then you go to this page. Again, these are supposed to be Tasha K's expenses to be used to calculate what is available to pay Cardi B. Look at all this. These are payroll expenses. I was so confused. I looked at this, what I highlighted here. It says Ohio Child Support. I was like, wait, Tasha K ain't paying child support for no, she's not. That's how you know these are payroll expenses. And these are different dollar amounts, $2,000 here, $800 there. But apparently one of their employees has a child support order. And when you receive from an employee a child support order, you must, under the law, separate and give the child support to the state that's garnishing the child support and give the rest of the check to that particular employee. But you know what else that means? That means they're an employee. It means it's not contract labor, as Tasha K tried to say on the prior pages that I showed you. Because if someone is just your independent contractor, you are not withholding child support from those people. You're not withholding anything. They're contract laborers, they're 1099s, and you go on your way. Crazy. So what that shows is it appears they are also miscalculating employees, which then goes into IRS fraud and all types of other fraud. Look at, this is all payroll, all different employees that they're playing that they say, oh, this is contract labor. Why do they probably call it contract labor? Because if they called it employees, Cardi B's team would have picked it up. It would have been too obvious, because what you don't have is Tasha K. Remember, Tasha K has claimed to be the employee of her husband's company. If you're an employee, you need to be paying other employees. And I think I had said in the prior video, but in my analysis, I was like, the best way Cardi B will be able to show and prove that these are fake payroll expenses is, I bet you anything, both Yellen and Tasha K are probably paying the same people. And sure enough, in Cardi B's motion, that's exactly what she talks about. So I just wanted to give you an example of some receipts. Then I'm going to go back into the Cardi B motion, and then we're going to wrap this up.
She's crazy.
All right, so in effect, what Cardi B is alleging is that the scheme worked in two ways. Number one, it was that they canceled the LLC that they were collecting all of the money and operating it under, took Tasha K's name off of everything, started a new LLC that they're running all the costs and expenses through. And then secondly, they're diverting Tasha K's income, making it seem like she makes far less than she does. And then they're having all the company expenses flow through, be deducted from Tasha K's money as though to show that she doesn't have much money to pay back Cardi B, which isn't true. Specifically, it says, I'm going to read it again. Tasha K's husband took a series of steps to render debtors' personal income and assets unavailable to satisfy the personal judgment. And then it says, Tasha K's husband has repeatedly admitted under oath that these were acts undertaken to help the debtor, Tasha K, avoid payment of the personal judgment through garnishment. And this is how you know the lawyer must have been a little stupid too, because the moment your client admits to that, you need to settle. You need to come up with a payment plan. And that's probably why he was encouraging her to take the payment plan. But then she better be on her best behavior, because there's no way that the bankruptcy could stand with any of this proof. Now, it goes on to say, Cardi B says she's bringing this action, and here's the reasons. This is the nitty gritty. For actual fraudulent transfers under the law, for constructive fraud, for successor liability, basically saying we want to be able to take all the assets from Tasha K's new company because they just created, quote, an alter ego, and they want to pierce the corporate veil, which allows them to get all the bank accounts and all of that of the new company. They also want the court to find that her and her husband were part of a civil conspiracy to defraud Cardi B. And right now, all of this is civil. What Cardi's asking for is civil. But at any point, if the feds, whether that's prosecutors that prosecute bankruptcy fraud or other, want to pick this up, there is nothing to stop them. And then it says they're also asking for a constructive trust, basically where the court takes all of both Tasha K's assets and her husband's assets, puts them into a trust and controls them. Basically, they can't even pay bills without the trust. It would be a receivership is what it's called. And paying bills, paying assets, all of that would be under the control of the bankruptcy receiver who would pay Cardi B and prevent any more of these shenanigans. And then she also wants her attorney's fees. It also states that the LLC, that the LLC lied and claimed it was half owned by Tasha K's brother's brother to avoid liability, but it wasn't. So they're claiming that too. Now then they jump in and it says, prior to all the shenanigans, moving the money, it says that Kebby Studios was the primary vehicle through which Tasha K conducted her social media business, utilizing the Unwind with Tasha K brand across YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and other platforms. Kebby Studios also managed Tasha K Live, which is her subscription page. Now, I told y'all, I said, watch, she's going to move from putting majority of her stuff on YouTube to a paid website because the paid website cannot easily be garnished versus what Cardi B actually did was Cardi took the order because YouTube pays 21st of each month. Once you have a court order, you simply send it to the legal department at YouTube and say, don't pay any remaining checks until I have received all 4 million of what I am owed. Cardi did that. And that's all of a sudden when Tasha K both filed for bankruptcy and then started creating these new entities. It says the debtor was compensated through Kebby Studios, and at various times she received W-2 wages from Kebby Studios as an employee. Now, it then says the judgment entered against Kebby Studios comprised of $2.3 million that was joint and severally liable, meaning that was going to be paid either by the LLC or Tasha K, either or the husband. Now they're saying put them all. Actually, no, it was Kebby Studios. Initially, her husband was not personally held liable. But what they are asking for now is that because the husband helped her do this fraud, they named him as a defendant and said, we don't want just the husband's LLC assets. We want the husband's personal assets too as a penalty, and a court can absolutely order it. Now, Then it says, Yellen was formed with the identical business purpose as Kebby Studios. I said that. You can't have a new business that does the exact same thing as the last one. It's too obvious, dingbat. Then it says, upon Yellen's formation, Yellen assumed.
Tasha K didn't feel like it was obvious. Tasha K thought she was going to be a mastermind and outdo Cardi B's lawyers. Cardi B's lawyers is getting paid big bucks. Cardi B is a whole entity in itself. Cardi B is a national, worldwide, renowned star. You are Tasha K on YouTube that's getting sued by the big star. You think her lawyers is not going to be better than your lawyers? And I'm not trying to say, because my thing is, I think her lawyers is advising her the right things to do, and she's just not doing it. I think she's going against her lawyers, and that's a person I wouldn't want to be their lawyer. I wouldn't want to be Tasha K's lawyer. I'm going to fire myself. I'm going to step aside and let you get another lawyer every time. Because my thing is with her, she's not getting it. You see how Simone is just breaking this all down and making it real clear and understandable? Why is it not understandable to Tasha K? Tasha K, you are committing fraud. You are committing perjury. You are going to jail. Who is going to look after your kids? Your mother? His mother? Like, are they going to live in Africa or are they going to live here? Because he's going to get deported. He's going to get deported. We watched it on Real Housewives of New Jersey with Teresa Giudice and her husband. Now we are ready to watch it with Wendy Acefo from Real Housewives of Potomac. Tasha K, you are not even on those type of shows. You make a lot of money. Pay this lady her money and stop playing games. And you know what I don't like about it? You know what I don't like about this whole thing? Because now she's promoting and she wants to promote small businesses and help small businesses gain. How you gonna promote my business if you tearing your own business down? How is that possible? I'm sorry. Whoever wants Tasha K to promote their business in this time while she's going through all of this with Cardi B is crazy. You crazy. Because here's the thing. I wouldn't want to be linked to her. Who watching you after all of this? Your wino
Assumed management of the debtors' Unwind with Tasha K platforms, continued video productions, and businesses that were previously operated by the other LLC. Duh. Then it says her husband testified like an idiot under oath, quote, that Kebby Studios was terminated because, quote, it wasn't being operated properly and because it had a judgment against it. There was no independent, legitimate business reason for the dissolution and no arm's length transaction, meaning like with a third party that's disinterested. And as a result of that, affecting the and as a result, that literally is what defines a fraudulent transfer. In addition, it says Kebby Studios YouTube income just simply shifted over to the new entity. Literally, same money, new entity, boom. Obvious. And then it says, when Kebby Studios was dissolved, it had no assets. It had nothing to satisfy the judgment. That's also unlawful. Then it says, Yellen?
Listen, if y'all want to look at the whole Simone video, she has it all down since this been starting and gotten legs. To me, Tasha K doesn't know when to bow out gracefully. And that's a problem. That's a whole disorder in itself. And what I mean by that is you have to know when you're wrong and you have to take responsibility for being wrong. Tasha K sat up here. She done cried on this internet. She done did all of the things. And yet, she has not just said, you know what? I lost in court. I'm good. Once she lost in court, you would have thought she would have stopped the shenanigans. But you kept them going because you like this. You are It's something attaching you to Cardi B. It's something about her that's making you want to keep talking about her and keep talking about her. And I don't understand why you just can't stop talking about her. She shouldn't have to put in a whole order and make you stop talking about her. But she has, and you still try to talk about her but not say her name. Like, no, we're not stupid. Cardi B is not dumb. She knows that you're talking about her. I don't get what the problem is. But to me, Tasha K has issues. And that's all I'm saying. I've been saying it for years now. When she doxed, was when she tried to dox Lioness of Judas. That's when I knew it was a problem. That's when I knew it was a problem. And that was well over 5 years ago. When she tried to dox Lioness or Judas and dox the wrong person, I already knew that that was a problem. And she still kept going. Tasha K, yes, you got some success on your YouTube channels. Yes, you have 1 million subscribers. Let's see how many subscribers Tasha K has right now. Let's see. Let's see. Unwind with Tasha K. Let's see how many subscribers she has right now. She has 1.36 million subscribers right now. Let's see on the backup channel. No, that's not it. Let's see how many subscribers she has. Because she has multiple channels, y'all. It's not just talk. It's Let me see something. Let me see if I can find the other channels. Because she has other channels that she talks on. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what I don't understand. Look at Lamar Wiggins. I like him. I like Lamar. Let's see if this is it. No, that's still the same. I don't know. Let me see something. I don't know what it's called, y'all. But it's another YouTube channel that Tasha K has. And I don't understand. I don't get it. But this one right here, as we all know right now, this one right here, Tasha K they're getting ready to take this channel down. This one right here, Unwind with Tasha K, her biggest channel. Her biggest channel. Her biggest channel with all these subscribers on it. They get ready to take this channel down. They get ready to take this channel down. And my thing is with her, you got a lot. You see all her videos and all of the things. She makes a lot of money. She makes a lot of money on these videos. Her shorts. You see all the videos on here. My thing is with her, though, you don't know how to listen. And you're going to mess around. You're going to get a divorce because your husband is definitely going to divorce you. You're going to get a divorce. You're not going to be able to see your kids the way you want to. We are watching a crash out live on TV every day. Every week, because she goes live at least twice a week. We are witnessing a crash out in real time. All because Tasha K doesn't want to learn. Tasha K doesn't want to do the things that she got to do. And as far as like the stopping the shenanigans, she's one of those kids that don't know when to sit down, don't know when to bow out gracefully. All she had to do was take the videos down. This court case was brewing. It started in 2019. We are in 2026. And she's still going on, and it's going on, and it's going on. And I'm going to tell you why. Because Amon Wiggins said it before. Tasha K attached herself to Cardi B. She knows what she's doing. You attached yourself to a vehicle and to a machine, and now you're going to keep it going and going and going. So anytime we talk about a lawsuit on this here YouTube streets, we are never going to forget this lawsuit. But I hope YouTubers see it, watch it, live and learn from Tasha K's experience on these YouTube streets. Because we are watching a real crash out in real time. And you know what the sad part about it is? We have to learn from her what not to do in these YouTube streets. And you are over there on your platform thinking that all of this is funny. You are laughing, but you can tell the hurt behind the laughter. It's not really a real genuine laugh because you have to put on a face now because you don't want to show people that you're down and out. And you're not down and out, not yet. But why go there? Because you're Tasha K and you feel like you're the bigger YouTuber and you feel like you're bigger than the program? Obviously, you're not bigger than the program because if you was, we wouldn't even be here right now. But because you feel like you're better than Cardi B and Cardi B this and Cardi B that, I just don't understand it all. You understand what I'm saying? I don't get it. I don't get why she feels like she can get away with talking about this young lady. All this is doing is opening up other bloggers to get sued by other celebrities. She don't open that door. And I'm going to keep it real. We try to be real in these courtrooms and be seen as new media. And then you have Tasha K out here making us all look bad. And you know how they say one bad apple spoils the bunch? Well, bad apple is Tasha K. Do we think it should spoil a bunch? No, of course not. But is she out here making us look bad? Yes, she is. They don't take us seriously as it is in the media space. And she's one of the reasons why. And I don't want to hear, or whatever she do is on her. Mm-mm. Whatever she do, she makes us all look bad. She's going to be the reason why we're not entering into certain spaces. She's going to be the reason why they don't take us YouTubers seriously in these new media spaces. Because you don't know how to respect and do the things that you need to do as a business, as a brand. You built up that brand Unwind and you was advertising all type of things on this lovely internet. Wine. What happened to her wine business? I don't hear her advertising it no more. She dropped the wine. And all of this lawsuit stuff, she dropped a wine. Where is it at? You couldn't just keep it moving from the lawsuit. Let's just say Tasha K got sued and yeah, the lawsuit. She could have just kept it moving and built her brand up and paid that young lady. And we wouldn't even be here. You have a wine that you can't even really produce anymore because you have court fees that you have to maintain, lawsuit fees that you have to maintain. You moving here, you moving there, you moving everywhere. You hiding this, you hiding that. Your life is under a spotlight. Yeah, it may look nice and cute to you, but from me on the outside looking in, it doesn't look good. Tasha K, I need you to wake up and smell the coffee, baby. You have lost in a big way. Financially, mentally. I know you got to be drained. There's no way in the world that you can have this lawsuit hanging over your head for years and years and years and not be mentally drained by that. But I need you to know you caused this on yourself. If and when that man divorces you, and I'm not praying that he divorces you, but if he does, you caused this on yourself. When you're not able to take care of your family the way you did, when you feel like you got to build everything from the ground up all over again, you cause that on yourself. How you going to pass down something to your kids and have generational wealth if you're not going to have the wealth to generate from? And I don't think people is looking at that. In a few years, you'll have a daughter that's getting ready to go to college. How is she going to go to college if her mother has this big lawsuit and have to pay this lady? And that's another thing. Not to talk about kids, but your daughter is a teenager, very pretty girl. Why does she have to go to school and everybody have to know that her mother's being sued by Cardi B? Is she allowed to play Cardi B music? Is she allowed to listen to Cardi B? Is she allowed to be a fan of Cardi B? Is she allowed to have a normal life? How does that work in your household? Because she's a teenager. So she want to pay or play all the music that she as teenagers play. So how is that going in your household? How does that happen? Turn that off because that's Cardi B, that girl that saw me. How does that work? I don't think she thought about that. I don't think Tasha K thought about none of these things that is going on right now. I think Tasha K thought she was bigger than the program. I think Tasha K thought, oh, nobody's going to catch me. They're not going to look that too deep in it. I can outdo the court system in itself in its entirety. I'm going to outdo her lawyers over there. I'm going to keep hiring. I don't care if my lawyers get dragged in court. I don't care if they have to pay fines and legal fees. I'm going to keep doing whatever I'm doing because whatever I'm doing is creating the numbers and the numbers is creating the money and the money I'm trying not to pay to her. It's a cycle that keeps on going. This is the song that doesn't end. And it goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing and not knowing what it was, but they continue singing it forever just because this is the court case that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend. Tasha K started singing and not knowing what it was, but she continued singing it forever just because this is the court case that doesn't end. Yeah, she's one of those. Yeah, this is that. This is that. And she likes it. She's basking in it. She thinks this is going to get her somewhere. You're gonna always be the forever YouTuber that got sued by the big rapper. And that's not good on no resume. So tell me what you think about this. Please hit like, share, and subscribe. I'm happy to be here on this fine Sunday, this rainy Sunday in New York City. But these are the things that we have to talk about. Some people make mistakes and know how to recover from them. And others just keep making the same mistakes, and the mistakes get bigger and they don't care. So how long do you think her husband is going to be with her when she drags him from the pits of hell? Because he's going down with her now. And that brother-in-law is no way in hell. My name is Eve the Weave. Y'all have a safe and blessed day. Gotta go, YouTube.